best wrestling podcast in the world. Fact, the road-wearing original Pete, the believing, power of positivity, keeping it Rollins, the Summit. Fact, the homicidal, the genocidal, the ECW loving, daring young creeping, Mr. No Days Off, Scott. Fact, the biscuit and gravy eating, Naomi loving, lunatic craving, the melting pot, JP, and you can bank on that. Fact, the Bailey hugging, the interrupting, the Jaeger drinking, mouth of the Carolinas, Lil Steven. Fact.
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
I miss you, Darren Young. Little Steven, Darren Young, in a evening gown match with Pat Patterson. Little Steven gets a little French-Canadian in him. If Jeff Hardy's going to face Jay Leno in a steel chairs match, people are just jealous because I got skills.
Here's my issue. Is it worse to get beat by one midget or three? Little Steven in a beer drinking contest with Naomi. I have this big issue with people. I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Just kept it Rollins. Jimmy Hart,
Chirpway.
X-Pac against Lil Steven in a microphone on a pole match. Anything can happen. Lightweight. If you don't want it, then don't bark it.
We're three-man band. That's horrible. I don't want to make you look bad.
You're fired, sir. When you want to hear me mess up, they're in Radioland. When you want to hear me not mess up, I did not know that. Wow. Wrestling with attitude. When you want your beer, awesome.
Welcome to Wrestling with Attitude. Of course, I am the Summit of Wrestling. Welcome to today's show, the second half of the show. We have a great show for you. Little Steven's working on Periscope right now to get us on. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, WWA Show. You can watch all our shows. We, of course, are also sponsored by Attitude Broadcasting. They put attitude in broadcasting, the new ABC. So we have a great show for you today. We did picks earlier on the second segment of the show. The first segment, we did Mind Games where Suit Tie Guy Bobby, our corporate rep, actually beat Steven to pick last in picks this week for Backlash, which is Sunday. We also, in this next segment 3, we'll actually review Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, CWC, Impact Wrestling. CWC, the Cruiserweight Tournament. And, of course, segment 4, we're going to go into a review of what you got?
Yeah.
Segment 4, no, we're actually going to go into what ifs. I've got a wrestling what if this week.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about Raw and SmackDown this week. If you watched it, I watched most of it and everything else. Maybe a little bit of Cruiserweight Classic a little bit this week too. I watched some of that. Anything basically on the network right now is looking good. I don't know about you, James, but I cannot watch Holy Foley anymore.
Why?
I can't. I don't. His daughter is crazy. She's hot, but she is crazy.
She's great.
She's crazy. She really thinks she can be, like, she wants to be a hardcore diva.
She's training.
But she wants to be a hardcore diva, and I'm like, you can't do what your father did. I don't think you can, but if that's what you want to do.
If she wants to put in the time and the effort to do it, she should.
I guess you're right. If that's what she wants, then that's fine. But that I don't know, man. It that kind of I don't know. I'm really not on the best with that. Like, I don't hate her. I think she's great. I just don't like the show. I don't. Mick is a weird guy, especially at home. Like, he holds on to too many things of the past.
Oh, you love
have you noticed that?
Wait a minute, Mr. Mick Foley.
I love Mick Foley, but let the racism again. Now Suit Guy has gone. Thanks, Mr. Candlelight. Never gets old.
I love Mr. Candlelight. It's great. So anyway, Steven, we did have a question before the end of the last show.
Okay. What was the question? Yes, the question was, is Kurt Angle coming back?
Yes. I think so. At some point, you'll see Kurt Angle back this year, maybe next year, but I'll say this year.
You have some proof of this, sir.
Well, he has been wrestling on the independent scene against Cody Rhodes. He's got a good relationship, I think, WWE to come back and finish his career.
Well, he never left on bad terms.
Have I heard about the Shield reunion? No, I've not heard about that yet. But I'm going to say Kurt Angle will be back this year.
Well, Kurt Angle didn't leave on bad terms. They still talk about him on the network and everything else. I mean, he didn't leave on bad terms. So
Good.
That's a good thing, though. I mean, now, somebody said, would you see the Hardy Boys back? I don't think so. I think you'll see Jeff, but not Matt.
I don't think if you don't see Jeff, you won't see Matt. I
No.
don't think you'll see either one of them, to be honest with you.
Maybe not until, like, Hall of Fame, because they will go in the Hall of Fame. I think they will.
If they go in the Hall of Fame.
I think they will.
Honestly, I don't know with the rep. It'll be a long way down the road, I think.
I mean, I think Dudley Boyz are going in the Hall of Fame next year.
They should be in the Hall of Fame next year, this year, whatever. The Hardys are working for TNA. They're not going in the Hall of Fame,
True.
I think, for 20 years down the road. I'm talking about after they were retired and everything. I mean,
That's a long time.
I would be the only way they'll go in the Hall of Fame anytime soon if they leave TNA and come right back to WWE.
And they won't, because they're getting their monies at TNA, man.
See, I'm like Mr. Kenlight. I'm waiting on David Arquette and Mitch.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get Mitch. You'll get David Arquette at some point, but
I don't think you'll get David Arquette.
Why not?
He
was the he
What
was
does he
he was
have-
part of the greatest time in wrestling.
But what does he ever had to do with WWE? Nothing. Okay.
But
You
WCW
don't see-
is WWE
Hold
now.
on. You don't see WWE trying to put Dennis Rodman in the Hall of Fame.
do you want that though?
He should be just as much as David Arquette.
All right, fine then. I want to see Karl Malone in the
I
Hall
don't
of
know
Fame.
about that.
I want to see Shaq in the Hall of Fame. Not really.
Kevin Green.
Kevin Green, really? You gonna go Kevin Green on me?
They did put Snoop Dogg in. And the other guys we're talking about have more impact than Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, that was bad. I mean, heck, you should put did they put Bob Barker in yet?
No.
Bob Barker should go in, man.
All right, you paying attention to Periscope, right?
Yes.
All right. Make
I
sure
got you.
All right, so if you got any questions during our show today, make sure you ask Little Steven. We'll talk about it.
Will Macho Man ever get in, or does Steph keep him out? He's already in. He's already in, actually.
Yeah, he got in already.
So,
All right, let's go to review Raw this past week. This week, Raw. We got to talk Raw, man. I don't know. SmackDown, I really don't talk about a lot. We'll talk about the beginning of SmackDown with the Divas Revolution. Here we go. From Kansas City this week, Stephanie backstage with Mick Foley talking about Triple H. Stephanie and Mick in the ring. Owens comes out wearing a suit. Rollins comes out. Stephanie suspends Rollins. Foley says no. Foley books Rollins versus Owens at the Clash of Champions. All right, let's talk about it for a second. What do we think?
I'm okay with it. What?
I didn't talk about what happened 2 weeks ago on Raw. I'm going to talk about it real fast. I love Kevin Owens being the guy now.
James Rant.
I love Seth Rollins. I'm all
Yeah.
about Seth Rollins. Everybody knows that. Kevin Owens, I'm wearing a Kevin Steen t-shirt. Kevin Owens, I love Kevin Owens. And now you make Seth Rollins a face. All right?
Okay.
But you need to make Roman Reigns a heel, which I still don't know why they're doing that, which we'll talk more about that.
JoJo says, I think Kevin Owens is going to get screwed. And Mr. Candlelight says, you love Rollins, but he's no Christian.
Well, no, there's not many of those.
And I think you're right, JoJo. I think
What?
I think
Owens
Kevin
is gonna get
Owens is going to get screwed at some point.
I don't think
at
he's
some
gonna
point.
get screwed. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with Triple H. Okay.
Yeah.
Because is Stephanie? Everybody sees Stephanie turning on Mick Foley and go on her husband, of course.
Oh, it's going to happen.
But is it possible that she goes face? I mean, is it possible she stays the road she's at?
She's never really been face. For the longest time, she really never...
The only time she was face really was when she was GM of SmackDown. Okay, because she... Not until late... And when she was first in WWE. That's only 2 times.
When she was Princess Stephanie.
So, does she actually go full face right now and go against her husband?
I think you need to.
I think you do because you've never seen that before.
No.
You have her against Triple H.
I think it's going to be Triple H versus Roman Reigns, too. I don't think so. I don't think
there's
so.
going to be another Triple H and Roman Reigns
I think it's going to be Rollins versus Triple H.
If the money's smart and you'll do a Triple H match, you do it at Clash of Champions, Triple H versus Roman Reigns, and then you do Rollins versus Triple H at Survivor Series or one of the other ones.
Yeah, because that's Triple H's. That used to be Triple H's pay-per-view.
Or you go Survivor Series, okay? That's where SmackDown and Raw could be together. You put Rollins, you put Reigns, you put Ambrose against the Evolution. You bring back Batista, Triple H, and Randy Orton. But I don't think you'll see that.
Why is James not wearing footwear? I don't know.
Oh, do I have... Sorry. What? Who is that?
Who do you think asked
Sean?
that? No.
Jesus. Jesus.
I like how he got all scared on it.
What
He's
are you
like,
doing paying attention to my feet?
You got all shy over there with your feet over there.
Well, I didn't know. I was like, who's paying attention to my feet? All right, anyway, our Periscope
Or making a 4-way match. That's a good one, too.
Yeah. All right, so then we have Foley and Stephanie backstage. Kevin Owens interrupts. Jericho walks in. He brought it to the attention of Kevin Owens. He is the longest reigning Universal Champion of all time. 7 days. Let's give this man some love. 7 days of being the world champ. The longest reigning champion.
So, someone asked real quick, who's winning at Backlash? Ambrose or Styles?
Styles.
Okay.
Styles, hand down.
So Styles is apparently winning.
Styles has to win this championship. You can't keep it on Ambrose after this one. You need Styles to be the main guy on SmackDown. I mean, say what you want. I like Ambrose, but the luster's coming off of Ambrose.
Oh, sir, that is your opinion, by the way. But anyways, you just don't like Ambrose. I was like, I mean,
Ambrose is good, but
some people don't like him. That's fine.
The luster, and he's not been booked as well because he got put against Dolph Ziggler.
No, he hasn't been booked well.
There was no build up for Ziggler and Ambrose, so I just saying. All right.
Well, that's cool.
Charlotte versus Bayley. Charlotte versus Bayley. Bayley wins with the belly to Bayley. What is the deal? Why are you having Bayley beat Charlotte?
Isn't it obvious?
What?
I just wanted to say.
Yeah, I know.
Ambrose is getting a bit boring. You're right. Bad booking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then Charlotte is arguing with Dana backstage. She slapped Dana. And then... I got to play the music. If I can find it.
Uh-oh. Here we go, Candlelight.
It's back.
It's happening. Here it goes.
It is back. Bo Leave is back, man. That was awful.
Boo. Boo.
Bo Dallas versus some guy named Roberts. I don't remember his first name. Bo wins with a neck breaker.
So what? Bo Dallas is now just doing a freaking... Well, what is he?
It was a cool little neck breaker. I don't know what they're going to do with him, though.
Thank you, JoJo.
What?
Thank you.
What?
JoJo said boo.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I know. It was bad.
Look,
it was bad. I
get it. He was good when he first started. He had a streak, but he lost the truth. But he had actually good momentum at the beginning.
You see,
not now.
Here's my easy teller of how
Gets
good
arrested
it was.
or public
Look,
drinking.
He got
then gets pushed.
He got a little bit drunk on an airplane.
A little bit drunk.
Who's never had a little bit much to drink on an airplane? Oh, no, I have. Okay, I never got kicked off an airplane, but still. So, listen, here's the big difference. I'll ask Cliff and Norm what they think. Do you like Bo Dallas? Yep, they nodded yes. All right.
Scott Hall drinking again? Yeah, I heard about that.
Then we had Jericho versus Rollins. Rollins wins with the pedigree.
You sang Lion King songs?
Yeah. Rollins wins with the pedigree. Cesaro versus Sheamus. Sheamus wins with the bro kick, goes up 3-0. Then we had the Shining Stars versus Enzo and Kaz. Thoughts on the Enzo promo delivering the baby? I thought it was great. It's funny.
No,
you didn't like it?
No.
All right.
I mean,
Shining Stars wins with a roll-up. Very surprised. I'm not surprised they won. They need a rivalry against Enzo and Kaz. Then we had Zayn with Tom Phillips. Owens walks in. Then we had Nia Jax versus Ann Exposito. Nia Jax went for Samoan drop.
Excuse me, can you say that again? Ann Exposito.
Yeah, Exposito. Then we had Gallows and Anderson in the ring. They welcomed the Old Day, New Day comes out. Let's talk about this one for a second. Listen, I love Anderson and Gallows. I do. But the Old Day segment was horrible. It was absolutely garbage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know,
I want to see these two guys being mean-ass people. They need to be tough like NWO style.
hold your questions for that. We'll answer that in a minute.
What?
Let's get through Raw. Well, I'll ask you later.
All right, you got the question
Yeah,
right now?
yeah, got it
So
right-
don't
right
forget
now.
it? All right. Then we had Jinder Mahal versus Darren Young and Backlund. Young wins. Titus O'Neil goes after Young. They brawl.
Can we give this a rest?
Yeah.
Can we please give this a rest? Because it's not... I've seen it before. Backlund's the only new part of it.
Yep.
It's the first time that's ever been said.
Yep.
But
Then we have Fox comes out of the training room checking on Exposito. Nia Jax and Fox get into it, kind of. Can we please give pink slip to Alicia Fox? Absolutely worst actress I've ever seen.
no, I love Alicia Fox. She's
No,
foxy.
she needs to go.
She's the most foxy diva out there.
She needs to go. Then we had Strowman versus Sin Cara. Strowman wins. Is anybody tired of...
Oh, God.
What?
Darren Young loves someone old and wrinkly behind him.
Can we play... Or is anybody tired of Strowman and Nia Jax squashing people every week now?
I was.
Here's why.
week
It's because... No, 2 weeks was cool. 3 weeks, all right. But this been a month and a half.
Yeah,
of them
they
squashing
should have
people.
done something at SummerSlam with these guys, and you didn't.
Nia Jax should be facing somebody.
Yeah.
You know, Braun Strowman, a little bit different story. Nia Jax should be going...
Nia Jax can squash me anytime. They should have them face off. Yeah, right?
Then we had Sasha Banks comes out. Dana Brooke comes out. Sasha hit the Banks statement on Dana, says she will be fighting Charlotte at Clash of Champions. So she's not retiring. There's some news on that I want to talk about.
Who's not retiring?
Sasha Banks' promo is getting a lot of heat backstage. Says it rubbed a lot of wrestlers the wrong way because of the retiring speeches of Daniel Bryan and Edge.
Well, sir, that is your opinion that you don't like Bayley, but I'd like that to be kept to a minimum.
I like Bayley, but you got to book her better.
She'll be booked better.
I mean,
you just
her beating Charlotte, what does that mean? I mean, if next week on Raw will be a week before the pay-per-view.
Because you know what's going to happen. She's going to beat up until then, and then all of a sudden, Charlotte's going to win.
Well, here's my problem with just the same thing they're doing. There's no build-up in these title matches, okay? You don't have Charlotte. You'll probably have Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky. Not Becky. Charlotte, Bayley, and Sasha at the next pay-per-view at Clash of Champions. And I don't think you need to.
Is Brie coming back? You're going to say Bayley is irritating?
Brie ain't coming back. Then we had Kevin Owens versus Zayn. What do you think on Kevin Owens' new T-shirt? I liked it. Owens show. You see that one? It looked like Raw.
Yeah.
Owens wins with the pop-up powerbomb.
We'll get to that question, sir. Hold that one.
Roman Reigns comes out. Kevin Owens leaves. Jericho comes out. Foley comes out. Foley books Reigns versus Owens. If he wins, it will be a triple threat at Clash of Champions.
Okay.
And then Reigns spears Jericho.
Okay.
So there you go. There's Raw.
All right. I mean, Raw was okay. I had no issues with Raw. There was a few segments I wasn't happy about.
The Roman Reigns thing, or either put him in a match. Here's my problem with this. You put him in a match next week, that's 6 days before the pay-per-view, the event. There's no build-up again between the three of them.
Thoughts on Dean Ambrose retirement? That's not happening.
Yeah, he ain't retiring.
Okay, so there's a few questions. This one caused a lot of uproar on Periscope. Bo and Bray tag teaming, a lot of people they want that to happen.
They should.
And they should. I agree.
UFC's good. I like UFC.
And Goldberg's return. Thoughts on your return? Do you think he's going to do it?
Yes. He
Okay.
will do it at the Rumble or Survivor Series. I think the Rumble.
Sean had one more. Thoughts on Shawn Michaels losing his smile?
He lost a long time ago. Bo can't go for a beard.
He can't. It's true.
Should never be a champ. Cruiserweight champ or U.S. champ. Yes.
I say IC.
Saying about WWE. Thoughts on Conor McGregor WWE? Conor McGregor is just trying to get some money. Because if it doesn't work out UFC, which right now, who is he fighting next? He'll go to WWE, get some money, and then go back to UFC. Because he saw how it worked for Brock Lesnar, it could work for him.
No, it can't because he doesn't have the respect that Brock Lesnar has for WWE.
You could put...
He doesn't,
Listen, you could put Conor McGregor in a match. Okay, John Cena thing I'll talk about.
Yeah.
But Conor McGregor, you could put him in a match against Seth Rollins. Okay? Somebody like that. Maybe a Neville. Shawn Michaels working with WWE. He is filmed. Yeah, John Cena went to go film American Grit too.
Yeah.
Do you miss Ryback?
As
Come
much.
on, are you serious?
Really?
No,
you really miss Ryback?
I don't miss Ryback at all.
I can't
We
miss
got
Ryback.
Braun Strowman. What we need Ryback for more? So, John Cena, say what you want. John Cena has done a lot for WWE.
He has.
So, you can't argue. What?
No, but what was that
Is
question?
that your question?
Yeah, that was it, man. No, but well, yeah, they need Kurt Angle, but I mean that's not a big. Cesaro is not leaving soon. I don't know where you heard
Cesaro, and matter of fact, Cesaro won the best next match against Sheamus. So it's 3-1.
Yeah.
Get on what? Get on what did that?
I don't know.
Say your last question, guys. I read some of it.
Ready for a Too Cool reunion?
Okay.
Sean.
Are you going to talk about John Cena, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins pick on AJ style?
I didn't hear about that at all.
Now, I didn't see it. I know that John Cena came out after SmackDown went out there to save Dean Ambrose from AJ.
Yeah.
JoJo, elaborate what you...
Yeah.
All right. So, anyway...
I mean, he's like 40-something, so John Cena is kind of getting old.
Well,
No
John
offense.
Cena is part-time, all right? John Cena needs to be a part-time guy where he only shows up for the big pay-per-views, all right? It's time to move on and let these other guys go.
Yeah.
Luke Harper. I like Luke Harper.
Luke Harper's good. He should be making his return soon, from what it seems like.
Yep.
They said he's getting healthy again, so I've been seeing some rumors about him.
All right, we're going to go... No, I hope he doesn't.
How about... I hope not.
Real fast, let's run through SmackDown, okay? Daniel Bryan was in the ring this week to discuss new SmackDown Women's title. All the women came out. That segment was horrible. I wish I could forget about it. Dean Ambrose is in the back catering room, and he's not pleased with the quality of food or coffee. He pours a bunch of sugar in someone's coffee and leaves.
Hey, but he drank it. He drank a little bit of that coffee.
He is entertaining, at least for that. Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan are in the back talking about SmackDown's women's division. Shane did botch his promo about the six-pack challenge. The Miz walks in and complains about having to wrestle tonight. He says if Bryan says he doesn't work his match, he'll strip him of the title. Then we had the Miz beat Apollo Crews with Dolph Ziggler on commentary. I like Apollo Crews. I do. I think Alexa will win. She's been the only quiet woman. I can see that happening. I don't think she's ready yet.
You know what?
What?
No, I mean, I could see it. You want to talk about a curveball? I could see that as a curveball.
That's the one I wanted to go with her, but I went with Natalya.
I could see her doing it as a curveball just because, any favorites among the upcoming cruiserweight? Yeah, I got a favorite.
Alexander.
P.J. Perkins.
T.J. Perkins. If you don't say the name,
P.J. Perkins.
It's T.J. Perkins.
Don't care. He's P.J. now.
Get it right. Oh, my host.
Cedric all day. I've been a Cedric fan since day one.
Cedric is good. I like Cedric. Just let him work with the right people.
No.
Jack Gallagher is another favorite of mine, the guy from England.
Dude,
Zack
no,
Sabre Jr.
Put him with the vaudevillains. Just put him with the vaudevillains.
No, I'm good with that.
So, yes, Bray needs a push. I completely agree with you on that.
He was on the corner and fell on the rope. Yes, I know.
What now?
You talking about when AJ fell when Dean Ambrose pushed him on the corner?
I like Rich Swann.
Sweet Swann.
I saw him last night.
Yeah.
I think he looks good.
I like Switch Swan. He needs some work with some of the other guys.
But I think he's good, though.
No, I like him.
Because him and T.J. Perkins had a heck of a match.
I don't think he's as good as Cedric.
No.
And Jack Gallagher.
But he's got a good charisma. His charisma is just awesome.
No, he is.
He's there. He says he's there to entertain. He is there to entertain.
He is good. He's good.
I'm the only person I am not... I don't want to win is the shining star, Mr.
Kota
Ibushi.
Kota Ibushi's awesome.
I don't mind him. I think he's great. I'm just getting tired of this Japanese movement.
Gargano's good.
I don't know what's going on with this Japanese movement. There's a lot. No, it literally is becoming that.
Be very careful.
And I don't want Rey Mysterio 3 to come to win either.
I like Graham Malik.
He's actually not that bad. I actually like him in the ring.
Yeah.
Him with who was he with? Who did he go against? I
know you're talking about
the Japanese guy with dude. That was a heck of a match.
Tasa.
And Zack Sabre Jr., you still have not impressed me. I don't understand why you're so awesome. And can someone tell Daniel Bryan to stop speaking?
And
so loud?
I'm happy that Alberto Del Rio's gone. Absolutely, I am. Yep.
Yeah, Akara Tazara.
Will New Day lose the titles? Yes, they will.
I hope so.
They should have lost the last pay-per-view.
But I don't want to see him lose it to the club right now because it's going bad. It's getting stale,
What
dude.
do you think of Cody Rhodes that he can't use his name? Not surprising. Let me tell you why. He grew up in WWE, okay? It's not like he came. Difference is between him and CM Punk. CM Punk had that name licensed before he even got to WWE. Okay. Cody Rhodes did not.
Enough to break the ice. How you doing?
So I get why Cody can't use his name right now. It's sad he can't.
No,
use
I think that's wrong because that's his name.
No, why though? He grew up in that business. Okay, he grew up through WWE. He actually signed a deal. He signed a deal with them when he was in WWE.
But
he signed a contract.
Yeah.
That's like an athlete. That's like a football player, basketball player signing a contract and then saying, "I want out of my contract." I mean, because he signed.
No,
a
that's
contract
basically
with
what he did. But it's still wrong. It's still wrong that he can't use his name. But it's his name.
Right, it is his name, but it sucks. He signed the contract, though. I'm not that mad at WWE. I mean, he signed the contract. All right? If he didn't sign it, then hey, but he signed it.
It's like Steven not being able to use Big O when we know he's in the.
All right, let's get into the rest of SmackDown real fast. The lights in the arena come out just like little Steven likes in his great new match that he's got with a floodlight down below it. Randy Orton's in the ring talking. I'm not that happy about this because Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton don't get me excited. Bray Wyatt is going to lose, so it don't matter. Then we had Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Carmella. They beat Nikki, Becky, and Naomi. Then we had the American Alpha beat the Usos, but Chad Gable got hurt in the ring, so they're out of the match this weekend.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're hurt.
I'm not saying that.
I don't have Hobbit feet. Thank you. All right. Yeah, that's wrong.
Oh, my God.
Randy Orton gets interviewed in the back about Bray Wyatt, talking about their match. Fandango is in the ring saying that his partner, Tyler Breeze, isn't there tonight. Demon Kane interrupts and chokeslams him. Okay, can Fandango stop talking?
No.
Just take the mic.
He can't.
Then we got AJ Styles yells at some random guys to the back who he thinks were taking a picture of him. It was a picture of the guy's family, but AJ smashes his phone anyways. What?
That silent moment when y'all are topic on SmackDown, but I'm Team Raw and I'm up to date. You're right on that. That's how I feel. That's how we both feel about this.
Apollo Crews, I like him, but here's the problem, is he's been in bad storylines.
Yeah.
All right? He won a number one contenders match against The Miz.
And then you just squash him.
And The Miz beats him and he goes away.
Yeah.
Where's Doink the Clown? He is actually dead.
Yeah. The original one is.
Yeah. And then we have Rhino Heath Slater beat the Hype Bros with Slater's family ringside. Then we had Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles head out to the ring to talk to each other. Ambrose excuses the interviewer and says it's between them. They show footage of last week of Ambrose crotching AJ on top of the rope. AJ was very displeased with the footage airing again, and Ambrose explains that he is just saying, give him a high-pitched voice to go with his soccer
Super
moniker.
Bill, who is Dangerous Danny Davis? I don't remember that guy. Do you remember him?
Yes. Danny Davis was
He's
the
like, he
referee.
likes him. I'm like, who's Super Danny Davis? That's
Dangerous Danny Davis was the referee at that screwed over the Hart Foundation.
He was a referee?
Yeah, he's a referee back in the WWF, early WWF days. But anyway, we had AJ stands over Ambrose. The SmackDown goes off there. That was SmackDown.
Okay.
Anything to add?
Not really. I don't know. I mean, it was, again, SmackDown has just been very stale.
Yeah.
You know, they build up all this. They gave the championship to SmackDown, and they are not doing it well.
The problem with SmackDown, okay, is, and this is why I try to tell Scott and everything else, they don't have depth. The mid-card is horrible. I mean, and you, Baron Corbin, and say what you want, Daniel Bryan's horrible, all right? You got him, and the focus of the show feels like Daniel Bryan every single week.
Shut up, Sean. Have you ever watched Debbie Does Dallas?
Once.
What?
But I was going to say, though, okay, it is horrible.
No, look.
Daniel
No,
Bryan
see, he
is
does
the
not
focus.
help. Daniel Bryan does not help because, and then you have Shane McMahon who's been botching his stuff too. Like, that's the thing. You needed to have somebody that still works in the business. Like, you know, Shane's been out of the business for a long time. It's not like, you know, it just comes natural anymore.
Samoa
Is that
Michael.
Santino's Cobra on the mic arm? Yes. Yes, it is. Looks like we have a hater. Yes, we do. Oh, I'm sorry. I've always hated Daniel Bryan, and it's not that I've got nothing. I really actually have no problem with Daniel Bryan, but I don't like him being the GM of SmackDown. I don't like that.
My problem with him being the GM, okay, he said the first week he was the GM, it's not going to be about him. It's going to be about the wrestlers.
Yeah.
And so every single week, who is it about? It's about Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I feel
who
like
opened up SmackDown again this week.
it's the Daniel Bryan show. It is not SmackDown. It just isn't.
I want to see, and I know Mick Foley and them and Stephanie comes out, but Daniel Bryan's the one that said it is going to be different. It's the same as Raw to me. But they're more entertaining than he is on the mic.
Yeah.
So, anyway, you ready for this week's top 10 or top 5?
Oh, my God. We're going to top 5?
Yeah, we got
I
sound.
completely forgot about it.
Sound off, where your voice can be heard.
Sound off, let 'em know how you feel. If the anger inside is real. Sound off.
You're wrong because you're saying if they give you Daniel Bryan. They're giving you Daniel Bryan on
They are.
SmackDown, and the views are horrible
They are.
on SmackDown. So you want to put him on TV more?
Yeah, because if
Doesn't
you put
sound
him...
logical. Daniel Bryan's not helping SmackDown is my point.
They picked him for GM, JoJo, because
To be different.
No, they did it because they're getting the pops from the fans.
If-
the yes chants. That's the only reason they did it.
If he came out once a time a show, I would be okay with that. But he comes out 3 or 4 times.
Do you think Triple H will replace Mick Foley? In time, yes.
They should have got somebody else to be GM on both shows. I didn't like
They
it
should have had
because
Rock for GM. You know how much they would have had to pay The Rock to be GM?
I would rather see Michael P.S. Hayes because he's more intriguing.
You'll never see
Or
that,
Diamond
though.
Dallas Page.
That's what I wanted to see was
know,
Diamond Dallas Page. He's got a
somebody-
Legends contract. Why not use him?
We want to see something different.
Yeah.
All right, and we got the same. We got 2. If Daniel Bryan wouldn't have said the first week on TV, and then everybody forget, he said it wasn't about the wrestlers.
If he was in good shape, Bobby Heenan would be great.
Brad Maddox, that's good. All right, this week's top 5.
Bring back Coach would be great, but I'm sorry. If
ESPN.
I worked at ESPN and got paid like Coach does, I wouldn't leave.
This week's top 5 are top 5 Dudley Boyz moments.
Ugh.
You ready for this week?
Let's do it.
All right. Do you have any?
Yeah, I got some. Yeah, so number 5. Gonna go with the Dudley Boyz. Oh gosh, what is it? I keep forgetting that moment. The Dudley Boyz versus
That's a good one. That's my number 1.
which one?
Good.
Putting Trish to the table, yeah. Mine was the one where they put Tori Wilson through a table. Was it Tori Wilson, right? Didn't they put Tori Wilson through a table?
Or are you talking about the first time they put anybody through the table?
Yeah, and
that
Tori.
was Terry Reynolds.
Terry Reynolds. I liked it when I'm putting that as number 5. It's number 5 for me.
All right, that's actually my number 5. So we'll go with that one.
Ouch, JoJo. That's
what?
really wrong.
What?
Coach doesn't want that money at WWE.
What's number 4 for you then?
I didn't think I was going to get that far. I'm going to go with I guess let's go with the one in TNA. As much as I hated it, but it was a moment when they faced the Hardy Boys, when they reunited. I'll go with that one.
Who will be the next WWE superstar going to Dance on the Stars? Who's going to...
Fandango!
Randy Orton.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? It's got to be a guy getting toward the end of the career. The Miz. There you go, The Miz.
You know what? If WWE did it right, it should be The Miz. To go with the stardom thing now.
I'm going to go. Won't we combine them? Right?
Yeah, because I am tanking over here.
Yes, you are. All right. The Dudley Boyz
Thanks for the
Heat
support.
Wave incident. Promo from the Heat Wave ECW pay-per-view event. Go watch it. You'll see one.
Oh, I got one for you. And then
That creaky chair. Yeah, thanks, man. What's your one?
I got the one where they said goodbye to ECW to go to Raw, to go to WWE, and they stayed heels the whole entire time when Tommy Dreamer won the tag team with Raven, I think it was. So yeah, that's on there because that was a memorable moment to me. So because they had the tag team champions till they. So what was that? One of yours?
No, just
Yeah, no, that's it. All right, now we're combining.
my next one, the very first Dudley death drop in ECW, crossing the line. I remember that one. That was very good. Number 2, I'm going to say the Dudley Boyz, the Triangle Ladder match at WrestleMania 17. That's, to me, that
TLC?
moment. TLC, the first one. Or
Yeah.
not the first one, but the second one, I guess. Because the first one was SummerSlam 2000. But that match at WrestleMania 17 was one of the best matches anybody's ever seen.
Okay.
They still talk about it to this day. So that's number 2.
Yeah,
Number 1 for me is the Dudleys putting Mae Young to the table.
Mae Young.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a big.
That was a huge.
Whew.
But the Dudley Boyz are going to be missed. So I just want
I mean, they are, but they're not done.
Yeah.
I know they're not done.
No, they're probably.
They're not
No, they're
done.
probably. They might be done, and I don't see the Bully Ray character coming. So
Yeah.
I understand. All right, you got anything else?
No.
All right, let's go into what if.
Wait, Vince McMahon's in the hospital. Where'd you see that?
Nasty. Nasty.
What if? What if? What if? What if?
Too dirty to clean my act up.
Too long.
I know. I'm sorry. You didn't do this last 2 weeks, did you?
No.
Yeah. You see, the host is back. All right. So this week's what if? Stay with me. At
God.
WrestleMania 2000, what if somebody other than Triple H won at WrestleMania 2000? Who would have been better to win and why? In case you don't remember, it was Triple H and Stephanie versus The Rock and Vince versus Shane versus Big Show and Shane versus Cactus Jack with Linda McMahon. Who should have won at that WrestleMania?
What did they
You got-
talk? Other than Triple H winning? Ooh,
If the show never left the Steven, the ratings would went through the roof again.
James never left the show.
No, I'm just kidding. So tell me, what do you think?
Oh,
Undertaker wasn't in the match. Out of Big Show.
oh, you're talking out of the.
Out of Big Show, Cactus Jack, The Rock. Who should have won that match?
You know,
And tell me what will happen.
if you wanted to do it right, I say you give it to Big Show. Because think about it.
he
you
never
could
really
have
had
made-
a WrestleMania moment.
You could have made Big Show right there.
Well, he was made anyway.
Yeah, but there you go. Because Rock was already made. Rock was getting that championship again, anyways.
Right.
Triple H was getting it anyways because he was the next star for the next 5-6 years. But Big Show would have been great. Think of what you could have done with Big Show. What?
No, he would have got heat.
Yeah.
To me, I still think the person that should have won that match was Mick Foley.
Why?
Because he never had a WrestleMania
But he
moment.
didn't need it. He didn't need it though.
No, and listen, I agree with you. Yeah, he is. I could have seen. I agree with you. Triple H was fine. The Rock was made. It didn't matter. The Big Show, I agree with you, would have been good. I would, because Big Show had you got to remember, Big Show won the World Championship before Triple H did.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he won it in WCW.
Well, no, he won it in WWE.
He did?
Before Triple H.
When?
2000.
Oh.
Because you remember Triple H beat the Big Show for the title.
Yeah, he did.
After the McMahon-Helmsley era started. So, that's what I said. Anyway, that was my what if this week. I don't know what you thought.
No, I mean, I kind of agree with you with Mick Foley a little bit. I just don't think he needed it. He was already made at that time. So.
All right. You got anything else?
No, not really.
All right. You're so enthused.
I'm very enthused.
Everybody on Periscope, thank you for sticking around. Who won Periscopian of the week? Candlelight or Sean? Or JoJo or anybody else? Don't forget on the show, every week we try to get a new Periscopian of the week. But right now, Mr. Candlelight's killing it.
Yeah, he's like the John Cena of this show right now. I'm getting sick of it.
So hope the Periscopian of the week is the part. Really?
No, I said, how you doing? I'm sorry. He said hi.
You idiot. Come on, JoJo. JoJo's we want people to interact with the show. The person that wins, we put name on the top.
All right, JoJo gets it because he insulted you. So
he didn't call me an idiot. He called you an idiot.
That doesn't matter.
All right. Thank you guys and ladies for tuning in for the show. It's who I am. You probably
no. It's 1 a.m.
Oh, okay, because it's late. All right, I got you. All right. Well, thank you for everybody tuning in. Enjoy. Follow us on WWA Show. And don't forget, you can listen to us next week and watch us on Periscope with the Suit and Tie guy. Will be back next week, and hopefully the real Scott Ely will be here. Yeah. The show runs so much smoother when I'm back. Have a great week in wrestling.
Strength. Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain.